Knox County's Board of Education voted to delay any cuts to the budget after an outpouring of concern by parents and educators. Two programs in the crosshairs on that cut line, two magnet schools and the Project Grad program. That's a nationwide push to increase graduation rates, mentoring, and helping students find a career path. Now, in the 2 weeks before the board revisits that vote, state lawmakers are adding their opinions to this debate, and that includes the head of the Knox County delegation, Republican Eddie Smith. Nice to see you, Eddie.
Thank you so much for having me down here today.
Absolutely. Let's talk about what you can do as a state lawmaker to impact the Knox County Board of Education budget.
Sure. So what we're looking at is just making sure that the dollar amounts that the Knox County School Board has in their budget actually match what they're going to be getting from the Department of Education. For instance, this year we passed a bill for RTI, the Response to Intervention Instruction. Well, we actually added that as a funded component of the BEP, and we set it up to at least a minimum of one per school district or one for every 2,700 kids. In Knox County's budget, they had about $589,000 being received from the state, and when I checked last night with the Department of Ed, they're actually going to get about $720,000. So that's $130,000 more than what they thought. So it's just going through all of those different line items to make sure that they actually match up with what Knox County is going to get. We may not find all of it, but we may find some. The second area is looking at the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement Plan. The percentage went up this year, which is costing about $2.5 million. So I've got a meeting next week with the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement Fund to say, is there a way, because this isn't just obviously going to affect Knox County, it's going to affect everybody, that instead of doing all of this in 1 year, we could spread it out over 2 years, because if we did that, that'd be about $1 million less that Knox County would have to allocate to that, which would free up some money there.
And as I understand it, these two programs themselves are about $1 million apiece in the pipeline. This would be a Band-Aid approach, as I understand it, at least in the short term for the next year, but it wouldn't fund it in perpetuity.
Well, and you know, what's happening from what I understand right now is kind of a cataclysmic set of events where you've got two new schools that are coming on that they're having to fund. This, as well as the Tennessee Consolidated Retirements, which should not be there in the future because that percentage will then be built in. So it's kind of just finding a way to spread this out over maybe 2 years, because the natural growth of just the BEP as well as the state dollars continues to grow. So there may be a way that it doesn't impact us the same way in the second year as it does this first year.
Again, this hinges on passing the budget. That's the key. When will that happen?
We are hoping, upon all hope, to have the budget up next Tuesday, maybe Wednesday at the latest, and then being adjourned by next Friday.
That would give the school board about a week to consider that and understand the numbers. All right, Eddie Smith, thanks for breaking it down. Good to see you. Happy birthday to your daughter.
Thank you very much. And to my daughter who's turning 12 today, happy birthday, Lauren.
Thank you, Representative Smith. We'll see you soon.